We just have some additional information about the suspect himself. His name, we've been told, is James Hodgkinson, and some additional information that I was able to get, I believe it's coming from the Associated Press. He's described as being 66 years old, and that he has one previous charge in April of 2006 of battery and aiding damage to a motor vehicle, but that charge was eventually dismissed, apparently. So that's some new information we have there. What do you have?
Yeah, what we're trying to assess right now are the conditions of those who were injured. Steve Scalise, the Republican whip who was shot in the hip, he was transported via air and still is in surgery at this hour. This is a pretty bizarre scene. You can probably see the baseball field in the distance away from me here. We're on a bridge just about a half to quarter mile away from there. This is a residential area in Alexandria, Virginia, right across the river. I live just a couple of blocks from here. In fact, a few days ago, I was in the coffee shop directly across the street from the baseball diamond, and I was at the gym when I heard this, and I knew that the Republicans were practicing because I had just talked to an aide a couple of days ago about the practice, and in fact, I was asked to come out and watch. I have been out to these practices before to do some feature stories, and they play an actual game, and Congressman Scalise was at second base when he was shot in the hip. This was a dramatic scene here, and if you look up and down the street there, Monroe Avenue is the street. There's a couple of cars across the street from the ball diamond where the windows have been shot out, and here in just about 3 or 4 minutes at the Capitol, there is going to be an all-member briefing about what happened this morning. It's a classified, secure briefing led by Paul Irving, who is the House Sergeant at Arms. He is in charge of security, and we're told that at noon, the House of Representatives, when they formally meet, the House Speaker, Paul Ryan, will address the shooting. Also, the House Minority Leader, Nancy Pelosi. The Senate came in just a little bit ago, and Chuck Schumer, the Democratic leader, said he was shaken. The Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, also extended his condolences and expressed concern about this. Again, I want to focus, folks, on one thing that is notable, that this is 2 members of the House of Representatives who have been shot in 6.5 years. Gabby Giffords, the former Democratic Congresswoman from Arizona, was shot in the head. There was an aide who was killed, Gabe Zimmerman, who was shot and killed when she was trying to conduct a town hall meeting in January of 2011. You've heard the others talk about the fact that there was the U.S. Capitol Police detail here with Scalise. Because he's in leadership, he gets a certain level of security. The same with the Speaker of the House, the Senate leadership as well. So they were here, and they returned fire and engaged the suspect. The Alexandria police chief said that his officers were here in about 3 minutes, and they engaged the suspect as well. That suspect was shot and is also at the hospital. But again, a shaking day here on Capitol Hill as members look back. And again, the fact that this congressional baseball game, it's something that members really look forward to. They appreciate the camaraderie on both sides of the aisle. They try hard. They want to win. Kevin Brady, who is the chair of the Ways and Means Committee, was injured in a home plate collision a couple of years ago. He was kind of proud of that. This wasn't quite Pete Rose and Ray Fosse in the 1970 All-Star game, but they appreciate that. They play hard. And ironically, it was last year, just about this time, it was the day before the congressional baseball game, that Democrats took over the House floor in their sit-in to protest gun violence. And in fact, Republicans argue that one of the reasons they won the game is because they believe the Democratic members were tired occupying the House floor for more than 24 hours the day before.
Yeah, it's amazing, this regular practice that they have. They go out there at 6:30 in the morning. They're concentrating on playing for this charity baseball game. It's definitely going to make them rethink their security because, as you say, I mean, had it not been for his extra security, there would have possibly been none out there. And we have been told over and over again that the outcome would have been drastically different. Chad, thank you so much.